example problem number 67, on page 160 of the textbook. This is chapter 8 regarding rotation. The question reads, if it takes 3 seconds for a modern DVD player to stop a DVD with a rotational speed of 7,490 RPM, what is the DVD's average rotational acceleration? So what's given to us? Oh, sorry. We're asked to find the average rotational acceleration. Alpha is a rotational or angular acceleration. We're given our initial angular velocity is 7,490 RPM. It comes to a rest. Our final angular velocity is 0 to radians per second. I'm going to convert this to radians per second a little bit. And the time over which this change in angular velocity occurs is 3 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and convert rotations per minute to radians per second. So 7,490 rotations per minute, that's what RPM stands for. Well, for every 1 rotation, there is 2 pi radians. And for every 1 minute, there is 60 seconds. So if I take 7,490 times 2 pi divided by 60, I'm going to get the initial angular velocity in units of radians per second. And that gives me, if I do that conversion, 784.35 radians per second. Now, the equation to find the angular velocity, angular acceleration, is defined by the change in angular velocity over time, which is our final angular velocity minus our initial over time. Our final angular velocity is 0, right? So because it's going to a rest. So alpha equals negative initial angular velocity over time. So initial angular velocity is 784.35 radians per second divided by 3 seconds. Alpha, or angular acceleration, equals negative 261.45 radians per second squared. And so now our answer is negative, and this makes sense because our initial angular velocity is positive. So if this is the DVD, obviously the convention is that counterclockwise is a positive rotation. It's rotating like such. In order to be slowing down, which it does slow down to a rest, the angular acceleration has to be in the opposite direction as the angular velocity, in which we find it to be so, right? We have a negative angular acceleration, so the angular acceleration is in the opposite direction. It's clockwise, which brings the DVD to a rest.